Coming up on this episode of Sports Desk, we'll recap the highlights from the month of October, visit with our athletic directors, and rewind some classic RV memories. Here's your host, Rock Roberson.
What's rockin' RV, and welcome to the October edition of Sports Desk. I'm Rock Roberson. The fall sports season has wrapped up and our teams are gearing up for the playoffs. Let's take a look back at some highlights from the month of October with the RV recap.
The month of October opened with senior night for the girls' soccer team as the Red Devils faced Haddon Heights under the lights of Coach Bill Gordon Field. RV would play a tight defensive game for the most part, but the Garnets continued to apply the pressure until they knocked in their first goal of the night. The scoring would continue as Haddon Heights took a 3-0 lead into halftime. In the second half, the Red Devils' struggles would continue. However, senior Madeline Garcia provided at least one bright spot on the night with a goal of her own. RV would go on to drop a 6-1 decision to Haddon Heights. Following their first loss of the season, the Red Devil football team returned home for a matchup against Williamstown on October 3rd. At 1-4, the Braves appeared to be a struggling team on paper, but that was hardly the case on the field, as Williamstown jumped out to a 14-3 lead, shocking the Red Devils and their fan base. RV would quickly respond with a 93-yard kickoff return touchdown by senior Jameer Bellamy. Williamstown would answer back with an impressive drive of their own, leading to another touchdown for the Braves. RV would not go away, scoring on a 6-yard run by sophomore Andre Birdsong. It would not be enough, however, as the unranked Braves stunned the top 20 ranked Red Devils by a final score of 21-18. Girls volleyball took to the court for senior night as they faced Collingswood on October 15th. The Red Devils played a tough matchup early on with the Panthers, but in the first set, it was the combination of sophomore Isabella Garces and junior Leah Sexton who helped pace RV to a 25-18 victory. In the second set, the seniors began to take things over as Elle Kramer and Natalie Clark led the charge. RV defeated Collingswood in set number 2, 25-9, to take home the win on senior night. Finally, the football team hosted homecoming on October 25th. Looking to end a 4-game losing streak, the Red Devils faced off against local rival Lenape. From the start, the Red Devils established themselves as the better team, jumping out to a 7-0 lead behind a touchdown run from senior Jameer Bellamy. The RV defense shut down the Indians early on and never let them get into any kind of rhythm. Bellamy would go on to add another score before halftime, followed by a 65-yard touchdown pass from Savian Adams to fellow senior Mikey McQueen to extend the lead to 20-0. Bellamy would score his 4th touchdown of the game as the Red Devils shut out Lenape 34-0 in front of the homecoming crowd. For Sports Desk, I'm Jason Sapp.
With so many teams competing at RV, there's a lot of info to go around. For more insight into our programs, let's join our athletic director for this edition of the AD's Address.
Good afternoon, Red Devil Nation. This is Athletic Director Mike Lamb, along with my Assistant Athletic Director, Mr. Brian Bozarth. We are here for our timely segment of the Athletic Director's Address. And this one is a special kind of a playoff edition. With that being said, just as a FYI, you can always check the RV website and our athletic site for the current schedules under the our school athletic schedule. And our first team up in the playoffs is going to be girls volleyball. Girls volleyball drew the 12th seed, and they will travel to Cherry Hill East. Just a quick shout out to the girls volleyball team against Burlington Township. They did their big fundraiser. They call it the Dig Pink game. It was a smashing success, pardon the pun there. But they had lots of effort, lots of help, and made it a great event. And if you were fortunate enough to be here, you were able to see what fun it was for our girls to create that atmosphere, raise money for breast cancer. It was just a great event. Field hockey, they are going to be playing Vineland. The field hockey team has been on a serious run lately. They've caught their stride, and they are a very dangerous team in this playoffs as they roll in. As the 8th seed, they will take on the 9th seed Vineland. Boys soccer, they drew the 14th seed, and they are going to travel to Cherry Hill East. I believe it was an overtime game when we lost to them earlier in the year, a 2-1 overtime loss. Also, girls soccer, they also drew the 14th seed. They will play at Cherokee. A couple other things I wanted to shout out: our girls tennis team. Last year was a very difficult season for them, but this year they bounced back. Steady improvement. They actually made the playoffs in the sectionals. They finished with over 5 wins this year, which was a big improvement. And a shout out to Coach Cunningham for the job that she did. Our numbers are great and the future looks great. The sectionals for cross country are at Dream Park in Logan Township, New Jersey. Football team kicks off their playoff run as we host Hillsborough. If you remember last year, this is a rematch of last year's sectional semifinal. That RV won 35-28, I believe it was. Came down to the last possession. So that's a wrap for our teams in a playoff preview. We look forward to hopefully returning here on this show and giving you some good results. With that being said, I'm going to turn it over to Coach Bose.
Good morning, Red Devil Nation. As Mr. Lamb just said, the next time we'll be in contact, we'll have some results, and hopefully they're all positive with some first-round wins, maybe even second round by the time you guys will see our next video. I just want to touch base as we're finishing up the fall. We're getting real close to our winter season. Winter season with basketball, winter track, wrestling, all our indoor events that are home. Again, all online tickets, okay, just on our Vanco. We'll have those all posted. We also will have season tickets available for those who plan to come to every boys game or every girls game, or cheerleaders as well. We offer a season ticket pass for the different sports. Again, if you have the student activity, you still get in free. We just ask you to go online, sign up so that we know who's in our building at all times. For our spectators, for our fans, for our players, for our coaches, for our staff, referees, everybody. And we all enter into the front door. As you can see, the backdrop behind us right now, it's a new addition that was done this past summer. It's our Wall of Fame. Turned out great. I'll give a shout out to Mr. Furno and Mr. Dempsey. They did an amazing job. So we just wanted to showcase that as well. Students, if you come in, no book bags are allowed. No outside food, as we always do not allow, going down to 7-Eleven and bringing big Slurpees and stuff in, because it just causes a mess. Most of our sports teams has the concession stand available for food purchases and all. We also ask that as you guys come in, you go into the gym and find a seat. We don't want people loitering around in the common areas and things like that. It's just all about safety for everybody, and you get to have a great atmosphere cheering on our Red Devils, and hopefully for a successful winter season as we have had so far in our fall season.
Mr. Bozart does a great job of really helping me organize and run these events that we have here at the school. And he goes unsung. I sometimes put him on the front line, and he's thrown right in the fire, and he does a great job of assisting me. So with that being said, go Red Devils. We will hope to see you at all the events soon. All right, thank you very much.
Hi, we're the RV Student Section, and you're watching Sports Desk.
Here at RVTV, we have a large collection of shows and games from the past 40 years. Let's now open up the vault and take a look at some classic clips with the Red Devil Rewind.
Okay, game starting right now, folks. This is St. Benedict's versus RV. St. Benedict's number 2 in the nation. RV is like number 33rd. Both teams take advantage of the fouls to try and do set plays.
Come on, Alex.
Ball sit well. In the goal! In the goal! Oh! Great shot by Alcalini! Right up into the corner. Keeper couldn't quite handle it, and it's a goal for RV. They're leading 1-0.
Ryan Finley with the ball, and he shoots and scores! Ryan Finley! Yes! Ryan Finley with the goal! RV 2-0.
Hi everyone, this is Mike Kutch for RV TV Playback Video Magazine. This month we're going to take a look at the RV cross country team. So far this season, the team has gone undefeated at all of its meets. Led by a group of dedicated runners, the team has remained undefeated for more than 30 meets over the past few years. One runner, Dana Capelli, broke the girls' course record at Delaran High School. The other of the team's top finishers also came within the top 50 runners ever to run at Delaran. Placing first was Paul McCarty, then came Charles Marvin, Charles Belinsky, Mike Mangan, and Pat Krailman.
Okay, the boys just won their 36th and 37th consecutive dual meets. This is going back to the tail end of the 1992 season. Nobody in Burlington County has beaten us since the last part of the 1992 season. The girls split with Delran and Lenape today, so the girls team is now 3-2. They've got a winning record. We have our toughest meets ahead of us, though. Shawnee, Cherokee, and Mapleshade are going to be very, very tough meets. If we're going to stay undefeated, we're going to need some really extraordinary performances from the boys. The girls are going to have tough meets against all those schools. More importantly, the big meets like the state championship qualifier or the sectionals, I've got some concerns. We haven't run well in big races so far this year. We're going to have to do better in those kinds of races if we have a chance to go to the state championship as a team.
Cocos Valley's head football coach, Mr. Bill Gordon. For over a quarter of a century, Mr. Gordon has led our Red Devils into some of the fiercest battles in New Jersey history. Often called the Dean of Football Coaches in Burlington County, Mr. Gordon takes a no-nonsense approach to high school football. The fastest, the strongest, the best team will win, and Coach Gordon will see to it that our Red Devils are the best players in the area. His win-loss record has proven his methods true to form. More often than not, the Red Devils step off the football field as winners, thanks to Mr. Gordon, Grand Cocos Valley's football coach.
Hi, we're the RV Cheerleaders, and thanks for watching Sports Fest.
That's all for now. From everyone at RV TV, I'm Rock Roberson. Next episode, we cover the playoffs. We will see you next time on Sports Desk.